time to get inverted.
And if it's like, hey, what could Raptors be good at? Well, this. We are getting inverted, as you said, Sean, but we're focusing on gymnastic skills. We went long on the bike. We did some classic CrossFit out at the North Park, and we're coming inside to do a skills chipper.
Recipe for success is delivered by Trifecta. What are you looking for here?
Well, the word of the day, Sean, is equilibrium. The athletes are going to be upside down, doing pirouettes, pullovers on the bar. You got to be able to keep your bearings straight. Balance, patience, and precision is the name of the game.
Let's send it down to Nikki Brazier on the competition floor.
Something to keep your eye on during this test. These yellow lines mark the sections through which the athletes have to complete these high-skill gymnastics movements unbroken. If their hands don't start in front of the line and finish beyond the next one, they will have to redo that entire section.
10 women on the floor here for this first of 4 heats. Lane number 7 is Fee Sagafi, comes in 24th place overall, but she has some chance to pick up some points here.
2 23rd places back-to-back, but that's a bike, that's a pig flip. Now we're getting inverted, focusing on gymnastics. She's a great puller too, so look for her to make a move maybe on the middle part on that pull-up bar.
Stand by.
The first of 4 heats is underway, and as Nikki said, you have to be unbroken between the yellow lines.
And that's hands in front before you start, hands clearly past before you finish, before you come down. And we've had freestanding handstand push-ups in the past in 2021, different format. The head, all it has to do is hit the pad and then extend through and then walk yourself, again, unbroken to the next pad.
Timing is presented by G-Shock, the official watch of the Noble CrossFit Games. And if you fall, you have to go back to the very beginning. We've already seen a couple athletes have to do that. Paige Semenza is one of them headed back. And that is Michelle Basnet, who gets through.
And there's a huge pressure element, and we've seen this when Adrian Bosman came in to do the programming. His execution is now a part of this test of fitness.
Second set of 4 here for your leaders as Alexia Williams just fell. She's got to go back. Basnet is looking to go unbroken. Bailey Reyl sits in 2nd place right now, and then down in lane number 3, Victoria Campos. Now, Basnet has gotten through.
Sean, you look at the top part of your screen. In lane 1, that's Shahad Boudetz. And she's trying to keep pace in lane 6 with Bailey Reyl.
Boudetz is now your leader here in this heat, along with Reyl in 2nd. Now Basnet's getting hung up on the stairs here. Now she is through, so 3 women onto the 16 pullovers. Now we have seen this movement before. Think all the way back to 2012. It was the opening movement in the obstacle course at Pendleton. They only had to do 1 though.
And this is part of the element of what we, inside the CrossFit affiliate, do to play around with our gymnastic skills. And now we see it here as a major part of this skills chippers test. We talked about the keys to success and that equilibrium component. If you do not have experience in this realm of getting inverted, doing circles, doing flips, which is all part of our 100 words of fitness, Sean, is that this can have a massive impact on the later half of this test when you kick back up upside down.
You can buy tickets now for the 5th annual Rogue Invitational taking place in Austin, Texas from October 27th through 29th. Bailey Reyl is your leader. She's through 14 and counting of those 16 pullovers. She has 1 left. And she gets through. So Reyl will now have to do a handstand on top of those steps and do a 360 before she can proceed down.
And that's a 20-inch box that she has to kick up to. Full pirouette, down the steps and past the yellow line.
Reyl has separated herself from Michelle Basnet and Shahad Boudetz. Basnet is currently in 2nd. Abigail Doman is moving up as well. She currently sits in 4th place, followed by Sarah Kaya out of Turkey. Reyl is through her first freestanding handstand push-up. The
balance it takes to accomplish this, but the pressure that mounts as you get from rep 3 to rep 4, knowing that if you were to come down here, you'd have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Reyl is through unscathed. And there's Bailey Reyl's father waiting for her at the finish line. 7-minute time cap here. Reyl back up and now on to her second set of 4 freestanding handstand push-ups. Michelle Basnet is on to her second set of handstand push-ups as well. She's through 1 of the 8, now 2. Reyl is done. And Basnet has gotten through her first set of 4 there towards the bottom of the field. And now it's up and over for Bailey Reyl. This should not be a problem for her. Bailey Reyl across that yellow line, and she's going to win heat 1 going away. 4:45.39 seconds for Bailey Reyl. And it's Michelle Basnet right now who's your leader on the floor. Again, the standard here is just touch your head to the mat, come on up. As long as your feet don't come down, if you happen to bobble on the handstand push-up, you can repeat the movement.
The other thing is staying in your lane.
As I say that, Basnet has to go all the way back to the start of this second set of 4.
So the other part of this, Sean, as you're about to say, is staying in your lane. This white section here is your hands cannot touch inside the black, or you also have to start over.
Budev's just falling on her final handstand push-up, and she will have to go back.
And what you're seeing is you're seeing the effects of time under tension in this inverted position, how long they've been walking on their hands, the control it takes to balance, come down to your head, kick back up, and move to the next mat. It's a lot of shoulder fatigue, stability, and if that starts to go, once those strong muscles start to weaken, it's really hard to keep your balance in this inverted position.
Michelle Basnet, who qualified out of South Africa, trying to get through this final set of 4. It's her second career appearance at the CrossFit Games for Basnet as she falls and will have to go back. Shahad Budev's on the left, trying to close out her second set as well. And this is legal. You can't rest. And Budev's is going to get through. If she can get across the line, this will count. Her hand, though, went outside of the lane. You have to stay in the white portion. Now 20 seconds to go, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to join Bailey Reyl at the finish. Basnet trying to get through as many reps as she can here, as we still have 3 heats to go. Bailey Reyl, 4:45.39 seconds. That's going to be a strong time as we head in to the final 3 heats. The only woman to finish inside that 7-minute time cap.
Former level 8 gymnast Bailey Reyl showing what it takes to succeed in this test. Big sets on the pullovers, no issues whatsoever on these freestanding handstand push-ups. And once you get to that last obstacle, up and over and across the finish line, no problem for Bailey Reyl.
Greeted by her family at the finish line. She will wait and see where her time of